This is Cho, seconds before an amazing play, but which is better, alt than flicker or flicker than alt? I'm about to show you every secret mechanic in Mobile Legends, like how the curve Franco's hook or why the link on the right is faster than the left. And no, it's not because his fingers are faster. I've watched every tutorial, MPL games, even the M-Series matches, and I've poured all of it into this video. But first, let's talk about why Xborg, who buys magic items, ends up dealing physical damage. The truth is, physical attack, physical damage, magic power, and magic damage are four completely different things. Let's take a look at Xborg's skill. Physical attack and magic power are stats that boost your damage. Meanwhile, the actual damage that you deal is called physical or magic damage. So what determines your damage type isn't the item you buy, it's the skill itself. That's the first thing you need to know because micromechanics is all about your understanding of a hero. Their skills, counters, power spike, scale, best items, damage types, even their hidden mechanics. Luckily, we can break down all of that into 3 simple steps. At its core, Mobile Legends is all about the gold gap between you and your enemy and how you use that gold. So in lane, your job is to land the final hit on minions called last hit, while denying your enemy the chance to do the same. Like in this clip, since the minion is low, 1-1 steps up for the last hit. Clint immediately pokes her. Now 1-1 is forced to pick, should she trade back or secure the last hit. The gold you earn from last hits should be used to buy the right items. In general, just look at how your skills scale, not the type of damage they deal. If the color is blue, buy magic items. If the color is red, go physical items. So read, and read again. Because at the next level of micromechanics, reading isn't enough anymore. You need to understand specific mechanics like spacing. The key is every hero has a different range, so if you can take advantage of that, you will be invincible because you can hit your enemy without getting hit back. For example, Brody's first skill has a longer range than Clint's first skill, so Brody can keep poking Clint over and over. But what if you're the Clint, the one with the shorter range? Actually, Brody only outranges Clint when his first skill is ready. Once it's used, that range disappears during cooldown and suddenly Clint has the longer reach. If you use that knowledge well, you'll always win the laning phase, but be careful because we have something called power spike. A power spike is when your hero is at their strongest and most impactful. Take Yuzhong. He is strong in the early game thanks to his damage from skills and sustain from his passive. In the mid game, he gets even stronger because his core items are built, making his damage and sustain even stronger. But in the late game, he falls off since enemies start building anti-heal, defense items, and penetration. So Yuzhong's power spike is from the early to mid game. Take a look at Arlott against Lucas. At level 2, Arlott wins because he can spam his second skill, but by level 4, Lucas takes over since his ultimate is way stronger than Arlott's. Now you know when to play aggressively or safely, but how do you actually do it? Lucas's main source of damage is his first skill, so for Arlott to win the duel, he must dodge it. Even though Arlott is agile, he can only dash to his marks, so Lucas should stand as far away from the minions as possible. Mid-level micromechanics can be mastered with some experience, but high-level mechanics are way more difficult. It's packed with hidden mechanics. Take this Gatot Kaca for example. Why does the one on the right deal more damage than the one on the left? The answer is animation cancel. Watch Gatot Kaca's animation closely. He jumps, lands, jumps, lands. If you can cast his first skill in the middle of his jump animation, he will land early because you're cancelling the jump animation in the middle of the air. That makes your damage come out faster, which is why the Gatot Kaca on the right deals more damage. If you think that was cool, you've gotta see basic attack reset. Watch this Clint. He aims, shoots, pulls back, aims, shoots, pulls back. If you think about it, that animation is super inefficient. He should have shot until he's finished before pulling back. Actually, you can cut that animation short. If you use a skill right after Clint fires, the skill animation cancels the backward movement, making your attacks come out faster. Pretty cool, right? But not as cool as curving Franco's hook. After you hook, just flicker and your hook will move with it. This trick even works in any direction. Pretty sick, right? Now let's go back. Should Chow alt first then flicker, or flicker first then alt? The answer lies in a concept called input buffer, and no, it's not a buff. If that sounds confusing, forget the term and just focus on this example. Imagine your friend is a famous streamer. It's their birthday and you want to prank them by splashing them with water. The problem is you can only splash them from up close. So the question is, do you open the bottle first, then walk up to them, or walk up first, then open the bottle? The obvious answer is open the bottle first, then walk to them, so you can splash them the moment you're close enough. It's the same with Chow. When Chow presses his ult, it needs a nearby enemy to activate. If there's no target, the ult goes into the input buffer for a moment. While the ult is sitting in the input buffer, it will still activate if the condition is met. And in this case, that condition is having a nearby enemy. So once Chow flickers toward the enemy, his ult activates instantly. Take a look at these two links. That exact mechanic is why the link on the right is faster than the one on the left. That's why the answer is always alt first then flicker. This video took a long time to make, so if you enjoyed it, I'm sure you'll love this video too.